Is there anything in your life that that you have no memory of, but apparently this happened to you?
That's a good question.
How would I know if I don't remember?
I do know.
Wow.
So I have this scar underneath my ass. It's like this big. And I asked my mom how I got it. And she said when I was a kid, like maybe 1 or 2, I was playing on the toilet. She told me, don't move. I kicked over like some sort of like cleaner, like detergent. And then I got off the toilet. I sat and played around in it. She didn't know. My diaper soaked it up, so it was pressing against me, and apparently it was like a chemical burn. That's what she said.
Oh, damn.
But I should probably ask her now.
Yeah.
When she's more truthful, probably.
Yeah. She'll probably give you a jalapeno.
And she probably will like tell me some other.
Now she's about to habanero your ass.
Yeah, that must have been jalapeno.
Habanero. Now you're ready.
So I don't know. So I mean, there's a scar there, but I don't know what happened really.
Damn, what could it be?
Yeah.
I have selective memory.
Yeah?
Yeah, my brother, this was like 10 years ago. We were at my uncle's house and he was telling me a lot of shit about stuff that happened in my childhood that I have no memory of. He was
Protect yourself, maybe?
Huh?
To protect yourself, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. He was like, grandma used to beat you up too? And I was like, wait, no, because in my mind, she's the woman that raised me. Mm-hmm. She is my savior. She's my protector, all this shit. And she goes, no, man, like, we would all fuck you up. Like, he's like, I would fuck you up. Your dad would fuck, everybody would fuck you up. You're like the household punching bag, you know? But then, like, there were specific stories that he said, because this was like 10 years. So he was telling me I could just remember sitting down and going like, what the fuck? Like, that's not even the memory I have.
And you believe him?
Of growing up. Oh yeah, he wouldn't lie. He was just kind of like, it was kind of like his way of maybe like saying like, man, it was kind of fucked up.
Right.
But you don't remember? And then he was kind of shocked, like, nah, like, you were probably old enough to remember. You were like in 3rd grade, 4th grade, whatever it was. But yeah, there was just a lot of incidences of things that happened. Not just all negative shit, but there's things that happened that I should remember, but it's just a blur.
Did you tell him that it all came to the surface one day when a hooker tried to beat you up?
Oh shit! Grandma!
Whoa!
Grandma!
Yeah, hooker was beating me up one time, and I was like, I'm not into this, actually. Let's square up.
Grandma!
Yeah, man.
No, but it's crazy though, cause it's like anything from childhood to 4th grade. Everything just feels like 1 year to me.
Wow.
Well, there's like glimpses of like things that happen, little pockets of blur, and that's it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Joe's childhood just makes me so thankful for my childhood.
Yeah.
Legit. Good lord. Like being cool, white trash, hoarder mom. Give me it all day, every day. Monday through Sunday, dude.
But there were, I'm glad that all the shit that I did remember though was like the best shit ever. Of like,
That's good.
I felt like Lord of the Flies with my friends.
Dude, my favorite is you get everybody out of the house so you can play Sega Genesis.
I don't want to my favorite too.
Sabotaging that bitch.
Bye! Play Sega Genesis.
Sonic.
Oh, it is Sega Genesis time.
And it just gets lifted up. Yeah.
Wow!
It's like a wacky time.
Like that is an ass beating. Like of all things that you actually
I
completely.
probably deserve
Yeah,
like
100%.
such a motherfucker.
Wreck their reputation. With them.
Oh my
I
god.
don't want you here. They told me.
There's a whole entire show that I have no memory of doing because it was the time that I got like one of the worst concussions I ever got.
Was
It
it
was
so
a-
you think?
No. it was a show in Boston, and and then it was in 2010, and I had hit my head during the show, towards the end of it.
Was it doing a crazy stunt?
Doing that the head thing?
Yeah, and then I well, not the head thing, but it was like the thing where I land on my back, but then I don't know why, for some reason I went like that and I smacked the back of my head. And then from there I like blacked out, and then I guess I finished the show. And then we went back to the dressing room, and then we sat down, and then I kind of woke up again, and I thought we were about to go on. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, what is this bit? And I was like, yeah, let's go, come on. And then everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Do you not know you just got hurt?
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know anything. And then that's when they were like, dude, look, we're all like sweating. We just did the show. Like, are you fucking with us? And I was like, no, I'm serious.
Did you think they were really fucking with you?
I thought they were fucking with me. And then they were like, Dave, like, show them the tape, and then they had the video, and it was the trippiest shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they had the video of them like in the ring, and I was just like, what? And then like it's trippy even now to like, because it's on YouTube. I can just watch Quest Crew Boston.
But you don't remember any of
I have
it.
no memory that we ever did anything, because my memory starts at waiting to go on, and it's like we never went.
Dude, that's like when they talk about UFC fighters, where they'll get knocked out, and then after it happens, they're like, what happened?
It's probably like every fight.
Like, all I remember is walking out to the arena. That's it. Like, and they'll be waking up in the hospital, and they're like, what?
Just like deleting some of their short-term memory too.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Trip, man.
One of my craziest was like when I was a junior. I think junior in high school. I think I went raving maybe like 3 to 4 times out of the week.
Damn.
So
That's a lot of ecstasy.
Yeah, and I probably took like 3 to 5 pills every time. And so when I think about my rave stories,
20 pills a week.
yeah. So when I think about my rave stories, I could only remember like 3 of them. But I know I've probably been to hundreds of them.
That's crazy.
I know that feeling though, but that's definitely different from. I mean, Concussions a way cooler story, but like when I was like doing mad shows, it's like I was also just like smoking weed all the time.
Yeah.
So like, guys will always recollect like different stories of things that happen, and I'll always be like, it's just all a blur.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh,
I just
that
remember,
happened.
like, really crazy singular moments, and then that's it. Like this moment, and then blur, and then maybe like this moment here, and then blur, and then like that's about it.
Did you ever forget an entire person, and then somebody reminded you of them, and you were like, oh crap?
I've not met last. I was at the William Hung karaoke event, and I got to do a duet with William Hung. It was one of the best days of my life. And then after I got off stage singing with him, this girl came up. She goes, "Joe, you don't remember me?" And it was like, what? And then she said her name, and I was just like,
She's like, we fucked.
she's not a fan. She's not one of those. I don't think we fucked or anything. But I was trying to figure out what and where. But I didn't want to be rude. You know how like you don't investigate, you start pretending like the Hollywood style, like, yes! Yeah. Oh my god! How you been? Oh shit! And then you go, oh, I gotta go over there.
Fake to my fans.
I did that the other day, actually. I was at Dave & Buster's with my family, and I was just chilling. And some guy came up to me, he was like, yo, Nick, what's up, man? How are you, bro? And I was like, hey, what's up, dude? I looked at his name tag, and I was like, what's up, Jason? How are you, man? And he's like, you still training over here? I was like, nah, not anymore. We're over here. And he's like, cool. I was like, where are you training at? He's like, oh, I'm training this spot. And I was like, tight, man. Good to see you. Take care. And he left, and my sisters were like, who's that? And I was like, I don't know who Jason is at all. I have no fucking idea.
That's because you're on three podcasts now, and so many people.
No, this dude was like, he trained. I think I remember training with him a long time ago at this old gym. And that's how I know him.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, I don't remember this fucking guy at all. And I thought I would never be that guy, but I guess when you get older, you just fucking forget it.
Dang, NTE blowing up.
No, not even that. It was just like, dude, I've been training since I was like fucking 17.
You need more creatine, man.
I know, honestly. Too much brain trauma.
I remember when we were doing a lot of shows and then like filming a lot, I was counting like all the people that we were meeting, and it was like in the hundreds per week.
Per week?
Per week, with the meet and greets and everything. Like I would even say like in a month it could be over 1,000 if you had like, let's say every.
How many you're fucking?
Yeah. Oh man.
14 of the 1,000.
If you count every meet and greet we did had at least 300 people, right? And every show we did, and then every weekend we would do 2 shows on a weekend, and then we would go and like network, doing events,
Like a film festival or whatever.
we'll do it, yeah. And then we're collaborating with other, YouTubers or whatever. So like, I was like, oh, this is what they mean by like, it's easy to like meet someone but not have a quality like interaction and you forget them.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just in case you have seen some of these lovely pieces on some of our gentlemen here, these awesome jade pendants, or you may have seen the recent JK adventure where we went to Jade Jewelers, just remember that the sale is on now. If you want to visit thejadejewelers.co, you can even find some of the stuff that our guys have had, and way, way more. The selection is huge, so make sure to visit the Jade Jewelers and check out what they've got.
Check it out. Let's go. Because you're meeting like 1,000-something people, and like, how do you fucking remember everybody?
Oh, did you? I forget. Like, that girl that you were mentioning earlier, was she someone you actually knew?
The stories that she was saying, it was like, yeah, but it was. I couldn't get to the root of it to where it was like a place or a group or something that was like, oh, I just, the more I didn't know, I felt embarrassed and like, oh, I just want to get away from this conversation.
No, the high volume is crazy to deal with because, and that's why I really respect when Kevin Hart came back in the room with me after we did the whole film together, and he dabbed me up. I was like, I knew he fucking remembered me, you know. Even though
that's his default.
Even though he politely dabbed everyone in the whole room up,
yeah,
but
see,
I knew he remembered.
That's his default, dude. That's his default.
No.
Do you think he remembers doing that movie at all?
Of course, dude. We had memories. We took pictures. We did all kinds of cool things. No, but really, truthfully, one of the craziest things I think, not remember, like almost like a fugue state thing, where it's like, did that really happen, or like, was that too crazy? The last thing I remember, I'm told that I was like 13 years old. The last thing I remember is my sister's huge tits coming up my face.
Fucking dumb, dude.
That is a emotionally strong memory, though.
Yeah, no, I just remember that.
Was it a formative memory for
They're
you?
coming at me. I'm going in there, I guess. And then I wake up.
You just blacked out.
You're 16.
Yeah, I guess she smothered me in those things, and I woke up later.
You know, I used to have this like, I guess this juxtaposing kind of like experience where I would obviously get really turned at like a party or whatever, and then I would have the enjoyment and fulfillment or even pride in kind of like doing outrageous things, right? Because it's like, oh, that's fun. You think you're doing it because like everybody has have a good time because you're elevating the experience, you're turning into a unique moment. But then in order to like get to that place, I would like consume so much and oftentimes not remember that I did that. But of course, because you're the guy who went there, everybody remembers that it happened.
Yeah.
And then you're the one who got the joy for that second, but don't get to hold on to the memory and the joy for it for a long.
Okay,
so
yeah.
people be like, you remember that you did this?
It's like for everyone else.
Yeah.
Were you the guy that was always pissing themselves and doing super embarrassing things because you were so fucked up?
Always? No.
You're like, Anthony, oh man, last time everybody saw you jack off, and you're like, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, you wouldn't remember. You were so wasted.
You were
Do you have anything that like the day after the party someone was like, you did this thing and you have no memory of doing it at all?
Like, oh,
I mean,
all
yeah,
got
of course. But
What's
like,
the coolest thing?
cool?
Yeah.
Cool things? I don't know about cool. I don't know if it ever turns cool when you're like that.
Sometimes it does.
It doesn't.
Or funny. What's the funniest thing?
Interesting.
Like, dude, when you're like fucked up, you do fucked up things, you know?
My worst night, I told you guys a million times, but I remember my friend Amanda handing me absinthe and going, try this. And I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I took a sip and I was like, this tastes like black licorice. I wake up the next day in my bed.
Whoa.
I was at a UCB party, New Year's.
Did they tell you what you did?
What's that?
Did they tell you what you did?
Yeah, I found out what I did pretty fucking quickly.
What'd you do?
I threw up all over myself. I like squatted in the like on the UCB stage in LA, and just threw up in my own lap for like 45 minutes. Yeah, and then my buddy's trying to get me out of there. My buddy Horton, and like apparently I was like attacking people for trying to get me out of there. Like, hey, leave me alone. Hey, leave me alone. Shit like that, you know. I don't remember any of it. I just literally remember the bottle hitting my lips and then waking up the next day. That's it.
Whoa.
And then walking out in the living room and be like, what the fuck happened last night? Yeah, it was wild, dude. And then, like I like to talk about, my favorite part of the story is
Sorry.
I got in my car and I drove to the UCB. As soon as I found out what happened, I cleaned up after myself. I cleaned the whole fucking theater up.
Oh, it was still there.
Well, they were, everyone was like there cleaning up, and I was like, I'm joining the clean. We're doing search and recovery, brother. I'm in.
Damn.
Yeah, it was rough.
This is crazy because this is the exact example. Because like back then is when I was going super wild, but also Ryan's the kind of guy who like never drinks, so he remembers everything.
I just get to like see everything. It's so
He probably
fun.
knows more about my super drunk self than I ever will.
Destroy your life.
I remember you guys were all like drinking at the house one day, and then like I think it's when me and Mike first moved into Irvine, and then randomly I think you started it, and you were like, "Let's all climb the wall and go to Thai Spice or something," and then you all just ran, and you ran to the restaurant and climbed over the wall to go there, even though like anybody could have driven.
But you don't want to drive drunk?
Yeah, but then not everyone was drunk, but Anthony was like, "No, let's climb the wall."
That does sound like shots, Anthony.
And then you guys literally scaled the wall like out of the community to like get to the restaurant.
I can do phenomenal things. I'm like, like a mother who's like is protecting their child. That's me when I'm drunk sometimes.
Kind of like it was your idea to hang the Trump flag outside of your balcony?
Yeah, that was crazy. And he started yelling Trump 2024.
Chanting it
And he's like, I live here, by the way. He started yelling, I live here, by the way. This is where I live.
into the mountains, chanting it.
Trump, 25, 25.
I do
Trump.
such wild stuff that just sounds too sober. That couldn't have been me.
No, my other thing about that night, too, is that apparently, and this is something that I've only heard from other people, they said that Dave Attell was there, and he saw me, like while they were waiting for the car to come, like, I was, like, throwing up in the street or whatever, because apparently I could just throw up a bunch. And I was throwing up in the street, and then Dave Attell's like, "That's okay, buddy. Yep, gotta get it out, man. Gotta get it out." Like that Dave Attell way, Yeah, and I was like, "That's so funny. I wish I remembered that."
That's so cool.
Because that's like probably the highlight.
Gotta get it. He's patting you on the back.
Gotta get it out, man. Yeah.
Have you had absinthe since?
No, fuck no. I won't. I'll never even smell it.
What?
No way.
Have you ever had absinthe
Yeah.
in Europe?
The real one, right?
What's the one you had?
No, I had the real one before it was illegal here.
Same. Honestly, most of it is just like I feel like it's just a different blackout.
Oh, shit.
Like I'm familiar with blackouts.
I'm not. That was my blackout experience. I'm good.
Yeah, there's blackouts where you're not in control, and then there's blackouts where like you're not even yourself.
So what's the point of doing it if you just don't even remember and enjoy it?
Thank you.
Are you supposed to sip it?
But the problem is, like, when you do anything that's like really unique, strong, or different for your metabolism for the first time, you oftentimes don't know the scale at which you should consume it for it to be fun.
Like too much shrooms.
Yeah.
I just wish I was told, like, this is a crazy thing. She was just like, "Hey, here, try this. It's called absinthe." And I was like, "Ooh, it tastes like black licorice." That's
And you
it.
went, gulp.
I had a gulp of it. I didn't like.
But
go-
maybe you're supposed to be.
I wasn't drinking or nothing back then. I was like, I was like fucking. I weighed probably 167 pounds. Like,
Whoa,
yeah,
dude.
Hey, but how was chocolate mushies?
that was really fun.
You guys did chocolate mushies?
We did chocolate mushies and we watched Interstellar IMAX.
How'd you feel?
It was lit. Well, especially so at first
Is it a gram?
we did them back at Anthony's house, right? And then I didn't really feel anything. And then when we get to the movie theater, I wasn't feeling anything yet. And then Anthony's sitting next to me. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "You feeling it?" And I'm like, "Nah, not yet." And he's like, "Here you go," right? And then I take the next one, and then probably 50 minutes goes by, and all of a sudden, McConaughey's like, "All right, we're about to go in the wormhole." And I'm like, I all of a sudden, like, I feel like euphoria, like fucking It was like the perfect time for it to kick in, right? Because then they're going into the fucking wormhole and all this shit's happening. And I was like, what the fuck? It was sick, dude.
When I watched Interstellar on weed, I was like, I can see this format like a roller coaster. There's the build up, and then there's the explosion, and then you go through the ride, and then there's the calm, and then you wait for the build up again. And I was like, oh shit.
You felt the test.
Well, see, for me, that sounds beautiful. For me, it didn't exactly have the same peaceful euphoria because mine started kicking in once I forgot gargantuan, the black hole that they get. Like, that's a really intense moment. A lot of times with like chocolate mushies, at least again for my metabolism, I feel like being at peace is probably like the smarter thing to do versus like high tension situations of like darkness and loud
He's trying to tell her, hey, and he's stuck in the bookcase.
But like even before that, it's like going through the black hole and then like everything, the
So
self-sacrifice.
that's when you felt it too, right? The black hole?
That was when I like was in the apex of it.
Okay, yeah, me too.
And like at that point, I was like, I couldn't get smaller in my chair.
You're mad uncomfortable.
Well, and it was actual real IMAX with the fucking sound going. It was
So you felt the same kind of way.
Oh, I was euphoric, bro. I
So
was like-
even during the
and I'd never done mushrooms before, not in my whole
even
life.
during the dark part, you were still like, this is great.
Which part?
The dark hole part.
No, that's the part. That's the part where I felt it the most. That's when it kicked in for me. Because McConaughey's like, "We're going in the black hole," right? And then it just, I swear to God, it was like that. It was like boom. Like I just felt it. And then probably like, I mean, dude, the whole movie, I don't know, it was just so intense. Like it was so much more intense. And I've seen that movie a bajillion times. It's one of our favorite movies, right? So yeah, it was awesome.
Do mushies have a come down or no?
No.
Not really.
So it's just clean.
Yeah. Like when it was over, right?
Over, yeah.
That's so cool.
Mushies.
You don't feel like
do some
crack
mushies.
the fuck out after?
No.
Oh,
No.
no way.
It's almost like weed edibles, but like not with the anxiety.
Because I even get,
That's how I feel.
even get some sort of come down from weed.
Also,
You get a weed.
This isn't like mushrooms. We took like this.
Microdosing.
It's like synthetic microdosing of chocolate mushrooms, right? So
What's that mean? It's less potent? Or?
for sure, you're not like going on hallucination trips. It's more like a vibe, if you will.
I need a better vibe
and
sometimes.
these are the ones that Kazumi gave us.
Those are good.
Those are good, right?
Do you think you can take this and still like drive or work or you're yourself?
All about you, but like let's just say for the ones that Kazumi gave us, it's like if one piece was a microdose, we took half of that. So we microdosed the microdose.
Oh.
And then that's when I looked at it, because like he said it's his first time, and we have been talking about this for months.
Yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, I'm down to try it with you, Interstellar. I'm like, fuck yeah. So then we took like a microdose of a microdose, and then even then it was like, hey, do you feel it? He's like, no, not really. Okay, we'll try a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
Why
just
don't you
went
guys
there.
do craps table? Because I heard that you could channel the good energy through the mushrooms, and it helps you tap into the luck god.
Next time, next
Go
time.
through a black hole? I don't know, man.
Honestly, it was just fun after to kick it and talk about the movie and like I don't know. We had a good. It was good.
That's awesome.
You had a bro date?
Well, no, we went with Nina.
I invited Bart too, but
Yeah, 9 p.m. That's fucking crazy.
I gave you an out. I gave you an out. 20 minutes. Because Nina had work late, but I gave you the out.
He did invite me, and I was like, you might as well not invite me if you tell me 9 p.m.
That's a good friend. That's a good friend. You invite somebody and give them the out.
Always give him now.
Yeah.
What's the out? It's gonna be late.
I
though?
texted him. I was like, I know it's gonna be late. I know we're taking chocolate mushrooms. I know it might be a lot for you, so I'm giving you an out right now. You don't have to come. I literally said I'm giving you an
That's
out.
nice. You even invite him. I just don't even try.
That's smart.
Because I'm
That's
like,
smart.
he ain't gonna come.
That's why I didn't invite him to a New Year's party. I'm like, what's the fucking point? He's not coming to me.
I was also over here too.
I'm like, oh, you know what I should have done? I'm like, hey, dude, we're doing the ball drop at 6 p.m. And then Bart would have been there first. He would have been there at 5:45.
You know what I did here from one of my geezer friends in Vegas? And I was like, oh, that's kind of tight. Because he invited me to his New Year's thing, but I was like, I'll be in LA. But he was like, plus I'm gonna go sleep at like 10 anyways. He goes, oh, we celebrate the New York ball drop.
So they watch.
I was like, oh, that's tight.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, it's gonna be like we celebrate Tokyo.
Yeah, go to
We'll
sleep at
celebrate
night.
the Australian one then.
Why is even
I
another?
think oh, Hawaii's the last one.
Gotta be.
So when everyone was like, Happy New Year, guys, I was like, Happy New Year's, guys, and I'm waiting for 2 more hours.
Like, I'm still juicing, boys. Still juicing, still cleaning bathrooms, boys.
Still cleaning toilets, man.
Scrubbing away.